PXG versus Bastard Munchen will showcase the pinnacle of Blue Lock's potential. Two undefeated teams, and both teams are stacked with players deemed as prodigies and raw talents that can challenge the world.
This match will also act as the rematch everyone's been waiting for. Isagi Yoichi versus Itoshi Rin.
And this time, the both of them are on another level. This will be without a doubt the greatest match in the Egoist League. Let's talk about the potential lineup for Bastard Munchen. Since Isagi rose to the occasion and scored more goals than Kaiser in the Uber's match, this next lineup should be revolving around Isagi as the king of the Bastard Munchen team.
Correct. I think it should be more of a 4-3-3. That way Isagi, Kunigami, and Kaiser can play as three strikers in the attack.
If that's the case, then the midfield will most likely have to be Raichi as DM and Hiori and Ness as the right and left midfielders.
I do think the defenders might see a lot of changes though, because we all know that PXG is going to bring the arrival of Kyojin.
We noticed because back in the Uber's match, Noah stated that Kyojin would get his moment to play in the next match. So whose spot would he take? And with Kurona coming off in that last match, maybe Kyojin will play in Kurona's right back spot.
I think that's probably the most logical option. He was hinted to being Kurona's perfect replacement. Maybe since Kurona was taken off early, Kurona is probably going to be swapped out with Kira in the next match. We have Yukimiya and Gagamaru as well. I think those two other center back spots are going to be fought over by maybe the Monk or maybe Neru, the U20 defender, might be able to sneak in. Who knows, but all I know is that Isagi's going to be the focal point.
But let's take a closer look at the PXG lineup. We have Rin, Loki, Shidou, Chapi, Karasu, Tokimitsu, Zentetsu. This is one star-studded lineup. And we can't forget, PXG is known to be one of the best teams in Europe and is home to one of the world's best strikers, Julian Loki. For what we saw at the end of the anime, he has that insane speed. It was otherworldly, honestly, to see that.
Yeah, this match is filled with so many other exciting matchups. Let's not forget, we have Isagi and Rin. We know Isagi's been gunning for Rin since before the Egoist League.
Yeah, the first face-off we saw between them was that first 3v3 in the second selection phase. Ren's team just absolutely wiped the floor with Isagi's team, and that drove Isagi to be a better player.
This moment was actually the catalyst of Isagi actually becoming great. The loss to Ren really humbled him and made him change and become what he is today. This duel between the two is the culmination of so much. Blue Lock is based around these two, and now we're going to see these two go against each other and see who's the true king of Blue Lock. And right before the U20 World arc as well.
We're going to see a lot of player development. I really do think Isagi and Ren are going to push each other to new heights during this match.
I can't imagine anything else more interesting than this, besides maybe Rin versus Kaiser.
Rin versus Kaiser could definitely be an interesting matchup to see. I would like to see if Rin's puppet controlling soccer would have any effect on Kaiser, the same way he was able to use on Isagi in the second selection.
These two in a way can be seen as similar forces. Rin and Kaiser are kind of seen as similar forces to Isagi. Both are antagonist forces that force him to just become better, and these two going against each other might just spark something in Isagi that might even change him for the better. Kind of like how Rin versus Shidou in the third selection sparked Isagi the first Awakened Metavision. So maybe Rin versus Kaiser is going to spark the ultimate evolution Isagi. Who knows? But I am going to say Rin versus Kaiser is going to be an intense matchup and could even be great for Isagi as well.
But moving on, I do want to look at the new Gen 11 matchup between Kaiser and Chapi. Not much is known about this, but I do think it could be an interesting matchup.
Chapi's kind of an enigma right now. We don't really know too much about him. It seems like his character is based off Chapi. He's a young midfielder who's rising up in the ranks, so I'm assuming Chapi's kind of based off him, since they're both from the PSG Academy. I'm expecting Chapi to be an intellectual player. I expect him to be kind of like the key reason why Shidou and Rin can kind of work together, because I'm assuming there's someone in between playing as a key, similar to how like Isagi did for them during the third selection, and I'm expecting Chapi to maybe have metavision and being able to go against duels with Kaiser and Ness and maybe Hiori, Isagi. Not much known about him, but I'm expecting him to have a big role in this matchup.
I also am interested in seeing how Kaiser versus Shidou would play out. Shidou's already insane in his own way, so I definitely would like to see how that personality clash would go out on the field.
Dude, I'm still ready for Shidou's zesty lines. I'm ready for triple X lines from Shidou. He's gonna come up with some like the most raunchiest shit, and just Kaiser's gonna be like, what the fuck, or he's gonna be just turned on by it. Kaiser's such a weirdo, man. He's gonna probably be like, I like this guy. We should play together. Kaiser vs Shidou is going to be a straight demonic matchup. Between all the zesty lineups, these two are actual demons on the field, so I'm expecting a crazy goal from both of these guys, because Isagi and Rin can't get all the shine. Kaiser just lost to Isagi in the last matchup, so he has to earn his redemption. I'm expecting another crazy Kaiser goal, and Shidou, I'm expecting crazy goal as well, and these two are just zesty demons.
Yeah, I don't see a world where we don't see Shidou pull off some big play or score here.
While talking about Shidou, we have to mention the Shidou vs Kunigami rematch.
This is going to be absolutely exciting. Remember, Shidou sent Kunigami's ass to the gulag.
Bro, he sent him to the Shadow Realm.
He actually sent him to the Shadow Realm.
Bro, he beat him so bad, he lost his sense of identity. Bro, you know how bad you have to be beaten up, like, to lose your sense of identity? He became emo and became the fallen hero.
We all saw that Kunigami had to go through Blue Lock's version of the hyperbolic time chamber, and it changed him as a man.
And now he needs to get his rematch. He needs to get his get back.
I am curious to see how this matchup is going to play out. I do wonder if Kunigami has any animosity towards Shidou.
I'm assuming he hates Shidou at this point.
It's probably a fair assessment. One thing I do hope, though, because Kunigami's kind of been a fraud lately, and I do hope seeing Shidou spark something within him, and we can finally see all that training he did in the Shadow Realm come to fruition.
I actually do want to know what happened in the wild card. We found out like a little bit about how like it was training be like the vessel for like the next Noah in a sense, but we never got anything else but that. So I'm assuming we're gonna figure out more about wild card during or before this matchup, because it plays huge into Kunigami's character, and he still hasn't gotten the backstory like Hiori did in the Uber's match, so he better get it in this matchup. I'm expecting a crazy 1v1 rematch between Kunigami and Shidou.
And next, of course, we have our matchup of Hiori versus Karasu.
Yes, Hiori and Karasu have been hinted to know each other since the third selection, and we saw that Karasu played a role in Hiori's development in a flashback. I'm assuming this was foreshadowing that Hiori versus Karasu is going to be a crazy matchup. Hiori just gained his ego, and I'm assuming Karasu gained an evolution, or he's going to have another evolution in this matchup.
Knowing that Hiori is going to be in the midfield with Karasu, it's definitely a bit scary, considering that Karasu was known as the midfield general. Being able to control that midfield area, I definitely think this might be a little bit troubling for Hiori.
That's true, but Egoist Hiori's a demon, man. No one can put a leash on that guy. He made Aiku, Lorenzo, and Nico all look stupid at one time. I'm interested to see what Karasu can do. Like you said, he's the midfield general, and Hiori is just the demonic playmaker. There's gonna be a lot of wins and losses. It's gonna be a lot of back and forth battles. Raichi better come in and beat that dude Karasu's ass. I know Raichi's ready for a fight. That man loves the ones. He's the dual master for a reason.
We also can't forget probably one of the most electric, highly anticipated matchups in this match. Noah versus Loki.
Noah versus Loki. Both of them are master strikers, and I don't mean like the rest of them. They're a cut above the rest. Loki is supposed to be the next greatest player in the world, and Noah is the greatest player in the world. This matchup is gonna be insane. This is breaking the internet.
This would be a matchup of nothing but extremely high level play, and I think everyone is very excited to see this particular matchup.
Bro, if Noah loses, then Kunigami is just a vessel of a fraud. Loki better not cook Noah, but I'm very excited to see this. These two are the pinnacle of world football.
And I only feel like we got to see a small glimpse of what Loki was capable of, and if they start to show out all of his abilities during this match, I think we all might be kind of floored at what he can do. He's definitely going to introduce a new ability.
Yeah, it's going to be like mega routes, where he like finds the perfect routes and just bursts through everyone. I don't know, man. This dude's broken. Like, I'm expecting some broken shit between these two. And that being said, Isagi versus Loki. This is going to be a great matchup. This has to happen.
We did get to see these two have a quick interaction with each other back in the second selection when Loki was a part of World 5, but we expect to see these two go against each other again in this match.
If these two go against each other, I hope we get to see a moment where Isagi challenges Loki, and maybe this time he gains a little bit more of Loki's respect. He's not exposed as much as last time. Maybe through all his training, metavision, maybe Isagi might be able to stall Loki or stop him. Actually, let me not say that. I don't know if he's going to stop Loki. Let me not say that. I love Isagi, but this is Loki we're talking about. I don't know if he's going to do that. He still might get cooked, but if even there's a moment where Isagi can learn something from Loki, then that's going to become great for his development, but I still expect Loki to just cook everyone. If I'm being honest in this matchup, I want Bastion Munchen to win.
I believe that PXG will win this match. They have Loki, Ren, Shidou. I mean, just those three names alone is very terrifying. And I do believe this is going to be a match for a lot of character/player development, and I can't wait to see it in action.
I think this match can go in two separate ways where I think it can have a good ending. If Bastion Munchen wins, Kaiser and Isagi are gonna have to work together. The whole team's gonna actually have to play together as a team like they've never done before. They're gonna have to stop fighting each other, stop sabotaging each other, and actually play together as a real 11. Maybe then they'll have a fighting chance against all of these weapons of PXG. If that doesn't happen, I don't think there's a chance at all. The only other result I can see is if PXG wins, it's through Loki, and Loki has to be called in to basically save the team in that 3 minutes where he basically just runs rampant and scores 2 crazy goals. And maybe like it's 2-1 and PXG are down and Isagi's been embarrassing Rin and PXG team, and Loki comes in and saves the day.
Yeah, Loki's going to make an appearance and he's just going to dominate. I really can't see how Bastion Munchen would win this personally, but who knows? We could be surprised.
I think for story reasons, Bastion Munchen should win, but what do you guys think?
Yeah, and are you guys excited for the PXG and Bastion Munchen match? Let us know.
Thank you for sticking to the end if you did. This is Tevin.
This is Otis.
Peace.
Catch you in the next one.